We're talking about a resort where rooms average around $1,500 a night and can dip just below $1,000 in the off-season. And the most common complaint from guests who paid that isn't the food. It isn't the service. It isn't even the rooms. It's the beach. So here's the real question. Is everything else at Grand Velas Riviera Maya good enough to make you forget about that? I've gone through hundreds of guest reviews, TripAdvisor ratings, Reddit threads, and live pricing data to give you the most complete, honest breakdown of Grand Velas Riviera Maya you'll find in 2026. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly who this resort is built for, who should skip it entirely, and how it compares to the other top luxury all-inclusives in the Riviera Maya, so you can make the right call before you spend thousands of dollars. Let's get into it.
Grand Velas Riviera Maya sits on 206 acres of Caribbean coastline about 4 miles north of Playa del Carmen. That puts you roughly 35 to 50 minutes from Cancun Airport, depending on traffic. It's convenient, not remote. The resort is divided into 3 distinct areas, and understanding this is key to choosing the right room for your trip. Zone 1, Zen Grand. This is the jungle side. Lush, shaded by mangroves, quieter, and it comes with a kids club and, yes, a mini spa designed specifically for kids aged 5 to 12. I'll come back to that. Zone 2, Ambassador. This is the main family beach zone. It has the primary infinity pool, direct ocean access, and the most energy of the 3 areas. If you're traveling with kids, this is your home base. Zone 3, Grand Class, adults only, 18 and up. Quieter, more intimate, with its own pool and direct beachfront access. If you're on a honeymoon or a couples trip and you want to fully escape the sound of children, Grand Class is where you want to be. Now, the rooms. Every single suite at Grand Velas includes things that most resorts charge extra for. You're getting a private concierge, 24-hour room service, a daily restocked minibar, drinks, snacks, meats, cheeses, an espresso machine, a pillow menu, and an actual bottle of mezcal waiting for you at check-in. Suites go from 1-bedroom layouts all the way up to 2-story penthouses, many with private plunge pools or whirlpool terraces. Now, the price. For a standard suite for 2 adults in shoulder season, so late April, May, early fall, you're looking at roughly $960 to $1,200 per night, all in. The average across booking platforms sits closer to $1,400 to $1,500. Oceanfront rooms or suites with private plunge pools push that to well over $1,500, even approaching $2,000 in peak season. I checked current rates across Expedia, Kayak, and Momondo, and the range for 2026 stay came in between $962 on the low end and $1,489 on the high end, with most standard suites landing around $1,259 per night for 2 adults, taxes included. For context, on comparable dates, Secret's Maroma was averaging around $570 a night. Excellence Playa Mujeres was holding steady at roughly $650. That means Grand Velas runs anywhere from double to nearly triple the price of its closest 5-star competitors, depending on when you book. That gap is going to matter when we get to the comparison, so keep that number in your head. Stick around to the 11-minute mark, because the competitor breakdown is what nobody else is doing for this resort. And that's where I'll tell you exactly when it's worth paying double, and when it absolutely is not. Dining Deep Dive. This is where Grand Velas genuinely separates itself from every other all-inclusive in Mexico. Not just from budget all-inclusives, from other luxury all-inclusives too. 8 specialty restaurants, all included in your rate. Let me walk you through the ones that matter most. Cocina de Otter is the crown jewel. It holds a Michelin Star, awarded in 2024 when the Michelin Guide entered Mexico for the first time, and retained in 2025, where it also won the prestigious Michelin Service Award for Mexico. This is a creative Mexican tasting menu led by executive chef Nahum Velasco, with consulting chefs Bruno Otiza and Mikel Alonso, disciples of legendary Basque chef Juan Mari Arzac. It's adults and older children 12 plus only, reservations required. Guests consistently call it one of the best meals of their lives. We're talking layered, surprising, theatrical courses that rival fine dining you'd pay hundreds for in a city restaurant. If you book Grand Velas and don't eat here, you've made a mistake. PF is the French fine dining option, and it's a sleeper hit. Travel bloggers who expected to skip it ended up calling it a surprise favorite. Classic French menu, elegant setting, genuinely impressive execution. Frida is modern Mexican cuisine by the sea. Strong, culturally rich, a great change of pace if you've been leaning into the European-style restaurants. Sen Lin is the Asian-inspired option. It doubles as a lounge with live music, so it works as both a dinner venue and an evening hangout spot. Lucca is the Italian. Pasta, pizza, bread. It's the most family-friendly of the restaurants, which means it's also the loudest. If you're looking for a quiet dinner, maybe don't go to Lucca on a Saturday night. But if you have picky eaters in your group, Lucca is your safety net. Chaca is the open-air Mayan jungle buffet, which is more fun than it sounds. Local specialties, atmospheric setting, and a great option for a casual lunch. And then you've got Azul for breakfast and lunch. Large, international, consistently solid. The Bistro is a beachfront all-day cafe. Bistro Grill is your steakhouse with ocean views. On the drinks side, 5+ bars, including a swim-up aqua bar, a rooftop sky bar in the Grand Class area, plus a sports bar, karaoke bar, and an executive lounge. The cocktails are well made. The one honest criticism from repeat visitors: the cocktail menu gets a bit repetitive by day 4 or 5. A seasonal rotation would fix that, but it's a minor issue. One thing worth clarifying, because it confuses people: you may see prices listed on the menus at Grand Velas. Those prices are not what you pay. They're for internal resort accounting. Everything on the regular menu is included in your all-in rate. The only things that cost extra are premium drinks at very high price points, certain spa packages, and golf at the neighboring Mayakoba course. The pools are genuinely excellent. There are 3 outdoor pools across the property, 1 per zone, each with its own distinct vibe. The Ambassador Infinity Pool has ocean views and gets the most action. The Grand Class Pool is quieter and more refined, reserved for adults. The Zen Pool is shaded and peaceful. Poolside service is attentive. Towels, fruit-infused water, servers who appear before you realize you need them. The spa, the SE Spa, is Forbes 5-star rated, and it earns it. At over 89,000 square feet, it's one of the largest in Mexico, with 42 treatment suites. The signature move here is the water ceremony, a multi-step circuit of warm pools, steam rooms, clay and ice rooms, and cold plunge pools. That circuit is included with any paid treatment. Guests describe it as a retreat within a retreat. If wellness is any part of why you travel, the spa alone is worth serious consideration. Now, the beach. And I'm not going to soften this. The beach at Grand Velas has breakwaters, essentially seaweed fences offshore. The trade-off there is real. Yes, they keep seaweed off the sand, which is a genuine problem at many Riviera Maya resorts. But they also block the natural surf, and they leave rocks in the water near the shoreline. Water shoes are advisable if you're snorkeling. The bigger issue is that the watercolor here, especially compared to resorts further north toward Cancun, just isn't the vivid postcard turquoise that people imagine when they think Mexico Beach. One very experienced resort reviewer put it bluntly: the beach just isn't all that great. The sand itself is wide and white. The lounge chairs and cabanas are high-end. And the water is swimmable when it's calm. But if a world-class beach is the primary reason you're going to the Riviera Maya, Grand Velas is not the resort that's going to give you that. We'll come back to this in the comparison, because this is the exact trade-off you need to understand before spending the money. One of the genuinely impressive things about Grand Velas is that it manages to serve families and adults-focused travelers without shortchanging either. For families, the Ambassador and Zen Grand sections have kids clubs for ages 4 to 12, a teens club, babysitting services, child-friendly dining hours, and the Zen Kids mini spa I mentioned earlier. But the standout feature is something called the Baby Concierge. If you're traveling with an infant, your suite is pre-stocked before you arrive. crib, stroller, bottle warmer, baby gear. One parent reviewer said, and I'm summarizing here, that for the first time on a family vacation, they genuinely didn't have to worry about anything. For couples and adults, Grand Class gives you a pool and beach environment reserved for adults, with its own dining atmosphere and quieter energy. It's well suited for honeymoons or milestone trips. That said, be clear-eyed about this. Even in Grand Class, you are on a resort with families in the shared dining areas and other parts of the property. If an exclusively adults-only environment is non-negotiable for you everywhere on the resort, a property like Excellence Playa Mujeres or Secrets Maroma may be a better fit. But if you're a couple who doesn't mind a family atmosphere as long as you have a quieter, adults-only outdoor space to return to, Grand Class handles that well. As one Reddit commenter put it, families get more value out of the resort. Kids clubs, space, dining flexibility all matter more with kids. That's accurate. Service is the one category where Grand Velas has zero meaningful criticism. The staff-to-guest ratio is high, and it shows. Reviewers mention staff by name. The concierge operates through WhatsApp and is available 24 hours a day for anything. Dinner reservations, excursion bookings, babysitting requests. TripAdvisor rates the service at 4.8 out of 5. The rooms score identically. The one slightly lower mark is value, which sits at 4.5. A sign that even guests who love the experience are aware of what they paid. On location, you're 35 to 50 minutes from Cancun Airport, roughly 10 minutes from downtown Playa del Carmen. The resort can arrange paid airport transfers, or you can book a private shuttle or Uber. Playa del Carmen is close enough for a quick day trip if you want shopping, street food, or nightlife that a resort this calm can't offer. Accessibility is also worth noting. Grand Velas is modern construction, which means elevators, ramps, and wheelchair-friendly suites throughout. Older resorts in the area often struggle on this front. Grand Velas doesn't. Here's the side-by-side that matters. The picture this paints is clear. If dining and spa are your top priorities, Grand Velas wins outright. No other all-inclusive in this price band has a Michelin-starred restaurant, let alone one that also won the 2025 Michelin Service Award for all of Mexico. If beach is your top priority, Secrets Maroma is the answer. It consistently gets called one of the best beaches in all of Mexico, costs roughly half of Grand Velas, and the unlimited luxury program through Hyatt is a solid all-inclusive product. If you want adults only without paying Grand Velas prices, Excellence Playa Mujeres at $650 a night gives you a private beach, multiple pools, a swim-up bar, and a very polished experience. If you're traveling with family on a tighter budget, Paradisus Playa del Carmen, starting around $650 a night, gives you 14+ restaurants, dedicated family concierge service, and a separate adults-only section called La Perla. Grand Velas is the best resort on this list for food. It's not the best beach resort, and it's the most expensive by a significant margin. So, is Grand Velas Riviera Maya worth it per night? Yes. If you are any of these people, you're celebrating a milestone. A significant anniversary, a honeymoon, a 50th birthday. You want an experience that feels special in every single interaction, and you're willing to pay for that consistency. You're traveling with family and your priority is a vacation where you're not managing logistics constantly. The baby concierge, the kids clubs, the dining flexibility, the 24/7 concierge. Grand Velas makes stress disappear in a way that genuinely justifies the premium when you have children in tow. You're a serious foodie or a spa person. The Michelin-starred tasting menu and the Forbes Five-Star spa aren't marketing language. They represent a genuine level of culinary and wellness experience that most resorts at any price point cannot match. No, if you are these people, the beach is your primary reason for going to Mexico. You want to wake up, walk to the water, and look out at that famous turquoise. Book Secrets Maroma instead. You'll save $600 a night and get a genuinely better beach. You want a fully adults-only environment everywhere on the property. Grand Class gives you an adults-only pool and beach, but the resort as a whole has families. If children are a deal breaker in any shared space, Excellence Playa Mujeres is the call. You're comparing on price alone and wondering if you can get a similar experience cheaper. At this level, the honest answer is no, but the question is whether your priorities match what Grand Velas does best. Grand Velas Riviera Maya is an exceptional resort with one honest weakness. That weakness is the beach. And whether it matters depends entirely on you. If it doesn't, this is about as good as the luxury all-inclusive category gets. One quick question before you go. Drop it in the comments right now. Are you more of a beach person or a food and spa person? That one answer tells me, and tells you, whether Grand Velas is your resort or not. If this saved you from an expensive mistake or helped you finally commit to booking, hit subscribe. I do this breakdown for every major luxury resort in Mexico and the Caribbean, so you're always walking in knowing exactly what you're paying for. If you're still deciding between Riviera Maya resorts, that video right there is my full comparison of the top 5 luxury all-inclusives in the area. Start there next. I'll see you in the next one.